It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
What's happening? Flippinar 316. I'm here by myself today. As of now, Adrian may join us. I'm not sure. She has something a little tragic in her family. You guys should pray for her. But she'll be okay. So, but I'm here to get it in by myself. So you all that have been watching this for a long time, so you know it may be a little different, maybe possibly a little raggedy. So, but it's going to be more of a training, I guess, some Q&A. And as you can see, the title of the video, you may have seen the thumbnail, how to fix and flip land like houses and make 10 times more, 10 times the money. So it's not a play on words. It's more or less just getting you to see things differently. Houses are not the only way by no means. There are some other ways to make real estate. There are tons of them. If, again, you followed me for a long time, I presented you guys with a lot of different options, especially over the last probably year or so. And this is just an extension of that. A couple of weeks ago, maybe not even, maybe a little longer than that, you know, I was trying to find a way to better target land opportunities with bigger upsides. And so the reason the title is named Fix and Flipping is because land is not like houses in the sense that you buy a house that needs repairs. We'll just say it's after you renovate it, it's worth $400,000. But you know, the renovation cost may cost 75. So I'm just throwing some numbers out there. Don't hold me to it. And you can get it for 200, wholesale it to a buyer for, we'll say 225. So you make 25 grand, nothing to sneeze at. Changes a lot of people's situation or whatever. But you know, land, that's very common, and you could possibly add a zero on to that. So if you didn't know, 25,000, add a zero, 250,000. Now that is very real with land. And their version, land's version of fixing and flipping is taking a large parcel of land, we'll just say 100 acres, and chopping it up into 10 acre lots. And depending on the price point and where it's located, that could easily double or triple what you're paying for it, you know. And with land, you can easily pay 70 to 80% of the value, and sometimes 100%, maybe even more than 100% of the value, because of that opportunity to subdivide it or chop it up or split it up, however you want to say. But that's the version of land's fix and flipping, because you have an opportunity to subdivide it. So tonight I wanted to introduce some of you guys to, some of you already know because I put a video out a week or so ago on this tool, but it's just so valuable. And I don't think a lot of people are getting it, and how important that when I was doing a search, the way we were searching, trying to find, well, let me back up. So one of the things, if you're going to look at land and just to value it, having land that's what's considered landlocked, meaning there's no real road access to it, versus a land that has road access. Road frontage is even more important, because if you can have road access, but with very little road frontage to the land, right? And so once we get into something that it'll make more sense. But if you have a tremendous amount of road frontage, especially if it's just like if the land is just like a perfect triangle, not more so a box, but a triangle where it's more, and I'll show you, but it's more like this phone is not a perfect square. Assuming that this was a a parcel of land. It was 100 acres. And the road is the top of this right here. The road access is the top of this. So now you can subdivide, boom, 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 boom. You know, so you can subdivide and chop it up. That makes it more valuable. But if the land was like this, well, you still can subdivide it, but it makes it less valuable because of how deep the land would be off the road if the top up here was the actual road. Again, I'll show you on the screen here in a second, but I wanted to we'll answer questions but about whatever you want, but I want to show you guys this first. I didn't want to wait till the end on this, especially because I'm by myself. It makes it easier for me to control, you know, what's going on here, and you get some value out of tonight's Flippinar 316. So, all right, so let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to first do a couple of things because, again, what I'm showing you, you can do it yourself, but I'm also going to give you an opportunity to always partner with me. I found that by doing these lives more, it could accomplish a couple of things. Being able to network with individuals out there that may not have the money to do this or to pay for coaching or training, either one from me or whoever else, but they may have the time and the skills and just the want to. You know, you don't have to have the skill, just the want to, because you can learn. No one knows how to do anything without learning how to do it first or whatever. Just having the will to want to learn, and then obviously to apply what you've learned or whatever. So if you have that, then, you know, the sky's the limit, especially when, you know, individuals like myself put out this much free content that you can leverage, which many people have, like many people have over the years that I've never even talked to before, and just see them somewhere. They reach out to me through some of these platforms just to say thank you. You know, you helped me change my family situation 4 years ago. So anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen here. First, we're going to start with Zillow, but let me share my screen. So, all right. So we got my screen here. So I want to start with Zillow. And so just choosing an actual market to target is one thing. I hate to say it doesn't matter to where you go, but ideally, if you're targeting land around a decent sized city, the counties that's around the city, not per se the main county where most of the population is, but those surrounding counties where you may be 40, 50, maybe 75 miles away from the city, those can be very ideal targets, especially the larger the city. So a simple thing you can do, and I'll pull this up too, and Zomps will make it a little easier to view all of this stuff. But if you want to use Zomps, which is my Google Chrome extension, you can get that free. You have to use it on a desktop or a laptop. All right, so if you go to Zillow, let's just choose a couple of counties. Let's choose. Let's do this. Let's go up towards the Nashville, Tennessee area, right? And first thing I'll do, because I'm not familiar with the counties there, so I just did a search for Nashville, Tennessee surrounding counties. And so if I go to images, I should pull up a map, which it does. And so it gives me an idea. So you got Dickinson, you got Maury, Rutherford. All right, so let's go with, I don't know, then the main one there is, I guess, Davidson. Let's go with Maury and see what happens. So what you do, just go to Zillow, and I'm going to put in Maury County, Tennessee. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And if you're using Zomps, it'll have the wide screen here, right? So you can toggle back and forth from the original version back and forth, right? So initially what we'll do is I am going to go here to More to reset all filters. Make sure all filters are reset. Then I'm going to go over here to Home Type and deselect all, and then select lots and land. All right. Now, that's everything that's for sale. All right. Next, I'm going to go down here to the bottom of More. Days on Zillow is 12 months. All right. And I hit apply. All right. Now I'm going to remove the map only version here in Zomps. Right. So now you see there are 167 properties that have been on the market in the last, well, that are on the market, I guess, since the 12-month mark up until as recent as you see 4 days ago. All right. Now, if I go back over here where it says for sale and change this over to sold. All right. So we have 191 that are sold. And let's go back. So again, now you also want to look at more down here. Should say sold in the last 12 months. So 191 parcels of land have sold in the last 191 days, right? And then if I go back to for sale, 167. So what that means is that's a seller's market, right? In most cases, or, that's a good indicator. If more is selling, then you have inventory that's available for sale, that's listed in whether it's for sale by owner or listed with an agent. That shows this market is moving, right? Like moving at a pretty decent pace, based on the sold number is higher than the for sale number, right? So 191 sold in the last 12 months. Days on Zillow, 167. So this would be a pretty decent market to target, right? All right. And so now let's do this. Let's go to one where it's flip-flopped. So I know this because, we target Texas quite a bit. So let's go back to Zillow, and we're going to let's go to Bastrop County, Texas, which is a county right outside of Austin. As you see, Austin is right there. All right. I'm going to, again, reset all filters. And then I'm going to go here, deselect all, select lots and land only. So now you see there are 263 sold, right? I need to do the 12 months, last 12 months. So sold in the last 12 months. So let me change that. So 63 sold in the last 12 months. 63 sold. If I go here and do for sale, over 500 for sale. Check that out now. There's 500 listed, 502 listed, but only 63 have sold in the last 12 months. Now, obviously, you can dive deeper in there, but just as a quick snapshot, whereas when we were in Tennessee, right outside of Nashville, Maury County, where it was the flip-flop, whereas there were more sold than properties listed in the last 12 months, here is just a wide difference where the properties are not moving very fast at all. It could be a number of reasons, but that's not, I can't say it's not good, but there are better opportunities out there. Now you find a deal here you can move because you can price it below the market because it is a buyer's market. You got so much inventory in there. If you price it, you get a really good deal and price it really low, then you're going to probably, undercut the market. That's with everybody else trying to sell at a certain price point. But because they're going to be buyers there, Austin is a hot real estate market in general. But like in the Nashville area where now you can pay more than you normally would pay with sellers, that's what that means. You can pay more because it's the likelihood of you being able to move it by just being 5 to 10% less than what the normal price would be for a similar type property per acre, price per acre, you'll be able to move it. That's the great thing about the one in Tennessee is that now you can move that property faster and you can pay more, right? When I say pay more, just say the retail value of, I don't know, I'm just going to use this number, of 50 acres is $100,000. So now you can probably pay $70,000 and still sell that land at $90,000 if you were not going to subdivide, and still sell it fairly quickly because you're $10,000 below the market. Or you could do 95 and still, that's still a $20,000 to $25,000 payday, right? Okay, so I guess you say, well, Ty, how do I get access to what's the best way to look for properties. Now land comes in all different sizes. You got zoning. Obviously, you got the markets that they're in, and a lot of different factors. But I'm gonna try to keep it simple. All right. So the tool that I was introduced to by just doing a simple YouTube search, as I always tell you guys, I was like, there has to be a tool that will identify road access, right? And lo and behold, there is. It's called the Land Portal. Now, on the screen, scrolling here, you should see where you can access this by texting APN to 205-964-5243. So it will allow you to do a lot of different things, but I'm going to go into what I loved about it, because there are tools out here that'll do a lot of similar things, but none of them that I'm aware of would do this. All right. Because like I say, road frontage is such a big deal when it comes to being able to, as I said, fixing, I'm going to come up with a better term, fixing, flipping land compared to houses, because you're adding value once you can get in there and chop up the land, subdivide it or split it. Having a lot of road access makes that very easy to do, assuming there are no restrictions preventing you from doing it, and depending on how small you can actually go, right? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is go over here to filter search, and we're going to select vacant lots, and we're going to choose that county in Tennessee, Maury County. So I'll do Tennessee as a state, and we'll do Maury County. All right. Next, what I want to do is I'll scroll down, and I'm going to, you can do not landlocked, meaning it won't be landlocked, but you can't guarantee the road frontage. So next I'm going to do, I'm going to do one, a lot of people like to do 2,000 to 5,000. I'm going to do 1,000. You know what? Let's do 2,000. 2,000 feet to 5,000 feet. Let's do 6,000. 6,000 feet of road frontage. All right. And then we're going to say we want those to be, the acreage to be 20 up to 200 acres. All right. Now you can, if you want to just target out of state owners or out of the county owners, you can. I won't even worry about it at this point, just to show you. So I hit apply. Let's see how many does it come up with based on that criteria. Comes up with 160 of them. All right. So if I hit list view, and now I hit show on map. Okay. It shows, you can actually see these drop pins here. So now I can go over here and I can just start to click on some of them. So let's click on this one. Okay, so this one has pretty decent road frontage. It's a little weird design here, right? But this part up here is still pretty good. I don't think, is this a road right here? I guess that's a road there too. Must be a dirt road. I can't see it, but it says a road there, so boom. All right, so let's look at another one. I'll find something just really good to get to prove my point. So this 20 acres here, pretty good road frontage. It's 25 acres. All right, decent road frontage. Got this little edge right there, but decent road frontage. There are other factors to look at, but this is where it starts. All right, you got 94 acres right here. Decent little road frontage, would like more, so it's a little weirdly designed, but not bad road frontage. You still can do some stuff with that. We got 41 acres right here. That's pretty good road frontage. I would prefer that to be more of in a rectangle or a box, but still not bad. Good road frontage. All right. What was that? 4140. So this is 44 acres. This one here has pretty good road frontage. It looks like it had it on multiple sides, which you will find that. So that's pretty good road frontage, but not sure what the contours on, I mean, how level it is. All right. Let's look at these 20 acres here. Okay, this is interesting. Now, part of it's back here, but it has road frontage over here also. It has major road. It has road frontage on 3 sides. So it has road frontage right here, then down here, and up here. So it's weirdly designed, but because of the amount of road frontage, it definitely puts it in play, because you could possibly just subdivide this twice up here, and then down here, boom, 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 boom. You know, it's really going on when you go down this area here. All right, what was that? 20 acres but no, it just depends on the state. I think Tennessee can get away with 5. In some counties, you can go down to at least 5 acres with just a survey. We don't have to get into approvals and all that stuff. All right. This one here has decent road frontage on 2 sides. The parcel, it splits the road, so it's on both sides. That's nice. All right. And let's see what else we got. We got another 40 acres. Okay, I like that too. Got a little piece right here. What's going on right here that I guess the owner still owns or whatever, but decent road frontage. I don't know if that's a road or not. It says it is though, doesn't it? Must be a dirt road or something. All right. So what was that? That was number 4. So 46. This one here, not bad road frontage. Again, I prefer it to be in a perfect box, but hey, but pretty good road frontage though. A lot of it's narrowed down on this end, but you still have so much up here, and that's 46 acres. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, so pretty good road frontage here also on this 24 acres. A lot of these will be in play for sure, you know. So this one has some really good. This is some really good road frontage here. Even though it's sort of in a curve and it's 24 acres, if you can get away with a minimum 5, so you can have almost five. So you actually do 4. You would do one of them a little larger than the rest. But yeah, you could do 4 subdivides here. That's where you increase the value, and you can increase the value greatly. Like you can go from it being valued and one parcel at 100,000 to easily being valued at over 300,000. Just because, and maybe you don't know this, that when you smaller parcels of land are generally much more valuable than larger parcels. Like 100 acres may be only worth $1,000 per acre, where if you subdivide that 100 acres into 5 acre lots, they may be worth $3,000 per acre. I'm sorry, I'm scratching me. They may be worth $10,000 per acre. You know, so you can see the difference that spread there. So now you're talking about a property that went from being worth 100,000, if my math is correct, to $1 million basically. So it could be something just crazy like that. Let me see another one. All right, here's another one. I don't think this is a road down here, but you got the road frontage right here. And then I'm just looking at one more, and then we'll dive into some questions and then what the options on, because you need to know what to say. You need to know how that works. All right, and here's another one right here. Now Sunday we're gonna have some training on gonna do like a live webinar on land invest. It's gonna be more of a more in-depth training from A to Z on it. But this one here has some good road frontage too. So I showed you how to sort of evaluate some areas. We looked at Austin using Zillow to do that. We looked at Maury County, Tennessee, which is right outside of Nashville. So you want those surrounding counties. Like you see how you have the main county here in the middle. You want those surrounding county. Like we see Dickinson. So there's a county right in here between Dickinson and Maury. I'm not sure what it is, but even those. All right, that's not even touching the main county in Nashville, which is Davidson. Maybe that next layer, right? So, you know, that's always a play. Those are good too, like Dickinson, Robertson, Sumner, Wilson. Those are good, but like that next layer can be really good. Next layer of counties. All right, so what we got here? So we got a couple of people's in here. All right, but good evening, everyone. So if you're joining us late, I'm here by myself, so I'll try to answer some questions. Again, we have some training on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, one on the West Coast Pacific. All right, so let me see. No worries. Okay, they talking about, hey, yeah, she's good, man. Yeah, so part of the training on Sunday is going to be on that. Well, it's going to be a huge part of it because that's normally the holdup for a lot of people. Now, understand, I've done some deals, and I'm still, like I'm just dangerous enough to make some money, but I don't feel like the same way like I can just do a house like I would land. But I'm getting there because we're looking at the number of properties on a daily basis. By evaluating properties on a daily basis, you'll get good at it. That's the same thing with houses because you'll get your head knocked so many times when you think you have a deal and it's not a deal that you'll eventually get good at it because now you'll know what did you miss on that one? What did you miss on that one? What did you miss on that one? That's the way it should be with the houses. You need to understand why that wasn't a deal. Why wasn't it a deal? Why were you overpriced on it? Right? Okay, so that was Phil W said that. So if I have a deal, who can you see if he can give me a cash offer? Who can I see if they can give me a cash offer? Not sure what they mean by that. Angel, if you can rephrase that for me, please. All right. Okay. Yeah, I will. Love live. Nick. Yeah. Yeah. Eric. See. Yeah, man. Like. And I didn't. I guess I could have. Um. Yeah. Let me read it because that you're right, Eric. I don't think I drove that home enough. Let me do this. Let me go to Land ID. And this is another tool here. I use a couple of them, but let me go to Land ID. Let's look at one of the ones that we're evaluating right now. Something easy. Maybe this one. Let me see. Okay. All right. So it's really, I think I showed this earlier today. So, like, this one is okay to subdivide. It's 40 acres. It would be okay to do it, right? But you can see that it goes really back. If it was more this way than that way, similar to this one over here. So, like this one here, let me just turn it this way. All right. Like this one here is a better subdivide. It's 64 acres. Right now, we got something going on here. I don't know what this is, but let's just assume that's all land also. So let me take off the thing so we can. All right. So I want the parcel on. I just don't want the names on. All right. So let's look at this one right here. Right. So what I'll do is I'll take the tool and just to give you an example. So this is 60 acres. So you can get what is that? You can get 64 acres, basically 12 plus acres in here each. Doesn't have to be an exact 10, just as long as it's more than 10. All right. So we're just going to do this. I'm just going to do a couple of them so you can see. All right. So that's I'm not big enough. I'm not wide enough. All right. So let's go over a little more. And I guess I don't have to be perfect to show it. So there's 10 acres right there. All right. So I can do another one, something similar to that one. Right. Boom. Boom. All right. So now, of course, I could go ahead and just do the rest of it, but just assume now it's subdivided. So now, and then this road, and then this property is a corner lot. As big as that 64 acres, it's basically a corner lot, right? Because you got a road going here, run. It's just like perfect for it. Assuming the restrictions wouldn't prevent it, but it's like perfect for it, right? And so now, again, so let me pull up my calculator here so I don't just ramble on numbers. Let's say it's 64 acres, 64.96 acres, right? So we're just going to say 65 acres. It's almost there. All right. So let's say this is selling for $5,000 an acre. All right. That's what the market shows. Similar sized lots, same characteristics. Similar characteristics, may not be exact, similar. 5,000 acres. That's 325,000, right? Okay, but let's say 12-acre lots or 10-acre lots are selling for 19, and this is where it works. Those are selling for like 19,000 an acre, right? I'll put an even number on it. We'll say 15. I'll just come down a little bit, be a little conservative. 15,000 an acre. All right, so now, so we can get, we're going to say we can get, so how many divided by 12? So we can get 5 of them in there. So we can get 5 point something, so they'll be a little different in size. So we can get 5 of those in there. So now we would take the number 5 and multiply that times 50. Multiply that times, I'm sorry, I'm doing it wrong. So now we take that 5 and multiply that times 15,000. That's $75,000 per lot that we're selling, right? So we got, okay, so that's 75,000 per, I'm doing that wrong. Let me back up. No, I'm doing that wrong. We're selling it for 15,000 per acre. So we have, what did I say? It was going to be 12. We have 12 acres for each. So it's 15,000 times 12 acres. I was doing it wrong. Times 12 acres. That's 180,000. That's 180,000 for one of the lots. All right. Now, the value of it as just one whole 65 acres is 5,000, and that's 325,000. So guess what happens after we sell our second one of our lot, our 12-hour lots? All right, times 2. We've already paid for the entire thing, and we still have 3 more to go, right? So now, so it costs us $325. So we're going to subtract 325,000. That leaves, so we paid it off, and we already are $35,000 profitable, right? Okay, so now we have 3 more that we're going to sell. And we said they were all, so it was 12 times 15,000. So we have 3 more of those. So now we sell those. That's times 3. That's 540,000. Remember, we had another 30. We already had 35,000 profitable when we sold the first 2 and paid it off, right? The 325. So we add that additional 35,000. That's 575,000. Now, I hope you understand what I just did there, right? If you don't, I'm going to go back through it because I think I was a little choppy there. The 65 acres together, they're selling for 5,000 an acre. So 65 times 5,000. That's 325,000. All right. Once we subdivide down to 12-acre lots, and we can get 5 of them out of that 65 acres, it'll be a little bit more here or there. But basically, we can get 5 12-acre lots, but they're selling for 15,000 per acre. So that's 12 times 15,000. That's 180,000 per acre. So after we sell 2 of those, so times 2, that's 360,000. But remember, we only paid 325 for the 65 acres. So we subtract the 325 from that number. That leaves 35,000 profitable, and it's paid off. So the next 3 that we sell, remember, they're 180 per lot times 3. That's 540,000 plus the 35,000 profit from the first 2, and that's $575,000 payday. That's fixing and flipping with land versus houses. It is very, to make $575 on a house flip, it would have to be a 7-figure property for sure, or close to it. like you would have to probably get something. It would just have to be a big number, right, to be able to pull that off. So, that's the difference in being able to do that. Now you would only probably have invested. And then, of course, I gave you 325, and that would be full price for it. See, you could still, so that's where your leverage comes in when you're negotiating. Where with a house, you have to get it extremely cheap for it to make sense. So if we said we'll use ARV as a term, the same one we use for houses. So if we say the ARV, meaning what would it sell for at full price, is 325, we could literally pay more than what it's worth. With that much profit there, we can pay which I was listening to the guys that I actually know, and they're the developers of the land portal. And when he was saying that about the 100, I ain't never even thought about it like that. That he said sometimes you can pay 150% more than what the land is worth. And so by now seeing that number, and I could normally do math in my head pretty fast when it comes to money. I'm not a mathematician by no means, but when it comes to money, I can. And so I can see what he really means now when I'm putting it on the screen for you guys, because just assume that, hey, 325 is the number, and that you can subdivide and sell those 12-acre lots for $15,000 an acre. And the seller actually wants 325, but they have other people that are interested in it also. So now you tell the seller, say, hey, I'll pay 400 for it, like that. So you're adding another 75. What is that going to mean? So you're going to make 575. So instead of making 575, you make 500,000. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? So instead of paying 325, you pay 400. I'm not saying you would do that all the time. I'm saying, but that's how different. You can never do that with a house. Like, never do that with a house. Never. So point being, you could easily pay 70 to 80% of that, just for discount reason. You always try to get the best deal you can get. Even if we pay 80% of this number here at 260, that's still like obviously it's a really good deal with the potential upside that you have there. So now the only thing is, now depending on the market, it may take you may sell the first 3 in the first 3 to 6 months. Now, of course, you would still be profitable over $200,000 after selling the first 3, but it may take you another 6 months to sell the other 2, or vice versa. You may sell the first 2 in the first 2 to 3 months, and then it may take you another 6 months to a year to sell the other 3. But I can wait that long for $500,000. I can. I don't know about you. Like you might sell one this month, one 3 months later, then another 4 months later. So doing the math on this, I hope, and you've been able to see my calculator here, I hope you guys get what I'm saying here. Eric really spurred me on to really break that down so you can see what I'm actually really talking about there. So thanks, Eric. You sort of inspired me to go back and redo that. Somebody says, Hassan says, I have a really good deal. Can we JV on it? Yeah, I'm gonna throw my contact information up here in a minute. All right, Hassan, we could do that. All right. Real life investor, thanks for passing it on. Good. Your platform is how I became interested in wholesaling. You're very informative and give more free information than most as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Somebody, I guess, love list, I wholesale virtually, would recommend getting a house on the contract before asking pictures or getting on the contract. I guess you're talking, well, I guess you're asking me that question because I got a question mark. I wholesale, I guess you meant virtually. Would you recommend getting a house on the contract before asking for pictures or getting under contract then pictures? Both work. You can always, that's the purpose of having a due diligence period, so you can cancel if it's not what you thought it would be. So both work for sure. If you're going to wholesale virtually, you might as well wholesale land, baby. For sure. All right. What we got here? How do we make an offer without showing the seller comparable, or do we let them know what we have seen in the area compare? You can bring it up as far as what you've seen other houses sell for. That could be a negotiation tool. That's totally up to you. You can bring it up. You know, it wouldn't hurt for sure. How do I download this app how do you download this app? Which app are you referring to, Mayshawn? Am I saying it? Mayon, Shay? Anyone who are willing to do MD improve a fund, I have a great deal. Okay. Can you look up a market for me and give me your opinion on it? Kayla, which market are you referring to, my friend? Can land pointer replace prospering for those? Yeah. So can land portal replace prospering for those doing land? Yeah, if you're doing land and you're really not concerned about the other stuff, then land portal it's gonna which is a work in progress as far as the tech side of it. Prospering been around a long time, but land portal is just what it is land portal. So it's going to be much better than PropStream for land, you know, especially when it comes to building list. It's going to be a much better tool because at the end of the day, you got to generate leads, right? So much better tool. So again, you can text APN 205-964-5243. So Hassan said he wants a JV with me. Yeah, we can do that. It's like the top tier of land port is like $59 a month. She said, where you get 5,000 acre from? That was an example field. It was just an example. But that exists, but it was just an example. I said, does it show value? Nah, land is not going to be like that. Where you're going to, that's a whole nother ball game. Like I said, we're going to have a training on Sunday, and I'll go into that. You know, it's a whole nother ball game as far as trying to evaluate what land is worth. It's not as difficult as you think. I sort of just really wrapped my mind around it, or whatever. I was somewhat overthinking, and I normally don't do that, or whatever. But it doesn't. It's hard to just have a tool to just say. But there are a couple of them out there that make a good attempt at it, but you still sort of have to understand everything. It just sort of may speed the process up for you as far as putting the data in front of you. All right. Somebody says, please go back. I guess he meant that. Oh yeah, Phil, that was just a made up number. The 5,000 per acre was a made up number to show the example. No, well, they do have they actually have a tool that'll allow you to subdivide also. Yeah. Oh yeah, well, I'm sorry, that my boys right there. Hey, what's up? I don't know which one it is, but yeah, so I could actually show it. Let me see here. Let me share my screen again. And now, who I don't know if this is Daniel or Ron. They could either one of them. I'll bring you on. You can demo it for them. Just let me know because I'll make my attempt to do it. Let me see here. So okay, so we got this particular acreage right here. I think I go right here. Here we are, and that's the measurement tool. And that's the subdivide too. So boom, 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 and boom. All right, so yeah, so that shows me that's 39 acres. So how big is this? That was 143 acres. So assuming we were going to just break this up into 3 parcels of around, what would that be? A little over around 40 acres or whatever. So now I'll move this over and I would do another one. So boom, 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 boom. All right, so that's 45 acres, I think. All right, then we'll just do the rest of it like this. Boom. Well, we'll split this. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and that was 30 acres. And then we'll do the last one. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So that would be a subdivide there. Now normally you try to do it. Well, it just depends on the terrain and all that stuff. But normally you try to do as even as possible. But obviously, none of these are perfect. Well, some of them are, but may not be well, sometimes I can't even say that. Sometimes just be a perfect 40 acres or a perfect 100 acres or whatever. So, but with this one being a little jagged off the road or whatever, so you would do something maybe a little different. Then it's 143 acres. So to divide that evenly 4 or 5 times, depending on what sizes you want to go with. And a lot of it's just going to depend on, from your research, how much demand it is for certain sizes versus others. And then obviously, well, before we even get to that part of it, you need to know what the restrictions are in a particular area. So, and what you can get away with as far as the actual different sizes or whatever. So, all right. But yeah, I'm glad the guys from let me know that I forgot about it, that you can subdivide with their tool also. All right. So what we got? Somebody's pretending to be me catfish. So yeah, a lot of that's going on, man. A lot of that's going on. So what else we got? Needs a lot of work. Can you come to? Yeah, we do the comps on tomorrow at 12 noon. We do the comping on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now Saturday, and I'm sure. Oh, it's Ron. It's Ron in here. What up, Ron? What's up, man? What's up? All right. Yeah, but on Saturdays we'll do the land with Daniel and Anthony from Hive Mind on Saturdays from Hive Mind. All right. Should we get our LLC and website for sellers trust? I've done houses before without a website. I'm about to do land now. Well, if you have the resources, yeah, go ahead and get that in motion ASAP. It's always, because that will occasionally come up, and it looks good on your material that you may send out if you're doing letters or whatever, or it's easy for you to reference. You can go take a look at our website to see what we do. In your social media makes it easier to brand there. So yeah, most definitely get it in motion. Don't let it stop you from doing anything, but you can get those in motion for sure. All right. Always said, don't forget to send our information. Okay, so let me put up here how you can partner with Old Ty here. Is this it? Let me see. No, I wanted the banner. Here it is right here. Let me see. Where is it? Okay, you can see it scrolling at the bottom here. TyAtDealYouLater.com. But yeah, so to go back to the questions, but I really just wanted just to hit on them, because with a lot of you guys may live in rural areas, or you may be limited on transportation, even if you live in a metro area. The great thing that I love about land is it's easier to virtually wholesale, because the door is literally always open. Even if it has a fence, the door is still always open. I'm not telling you to go over it, but even if it has a fence, the door is still always open. So, and then from my experience of having dealt with a lot of sellers on the housing side and sellers on the land, it seems like landowners are more friendlier when dealing with it. And I guess they're not being as bombarded as we are as people with houses. Now, there's a lot of people that do land, but not nearly as many that do houses, and the marketing that goes out as far as cold calling, text messaging, direct mail, your PPC, your AdWords, Google AdWords, your Facebook ads, and so on. So they don't get as bombarded. And then probably the main thing, that's just me thinking through it. I don't have any proof of it, but just me thinking through it. In most cases, the land has never made them any money. It's only cost them money, if nothing else, by just paying property taxes on it year after year after year. Trust me, every time that bill comes up, they hating it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some land that's been in their family for a long time. They want to sell it or whatever situation, but they're hating it every time that bill comes. I don't care how small it is or whatever. They're hating to pay that property tax bill. So they're more receptive. And then at the end of the day, I just showed you, and you don't even have to do a subdivide because I'll give you an example. Like my man Ron was on here from the Apke brothers, who developed the land portal tool. Let's just assume that you found something that they would be interested in. Just using them as an example. I'm not even sure how they take submissions or whatever, but just there's something that they would be interested. But there's plenty of guys out there like this. Like I just told you, if you got it for $260, they would easily pay the $325. Once they determine that they can make $500,000 off of it, and you wholesaled it, and what is that? That's a $65,000 payday. Nothing to sneeze at for a wholesaler. Nothing to sneeze at as a wholesaler. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you a real example of that on a deal that I was involved in, and I'm just going to show you. It's going to take me a second to pull it up to find it, but I'm going to show you how it went down with me. And let me see, Angie. I was on the lesser side of it. I'm not tripping, but I like to learn and go back and look at stuff and see what actually happened with it. All right, so let me see. I'm going to, let me see what I'm going to use. Let me see. Let me try it here first. Just I'm promoting it. They don't pay me. All right. Let's see here. Will it pull it up? Okay, I was trying to pull it up in Land Portal, but I'll just so we can speed things up. All right, so let me go back. I was trying to pull that address up, but it was a little slow. Let me go here. Boom. All right, so first thing I have to do, I'm just gonna go here like I'm gonna create a map, but I'm gonna go to Florida. So this was an infill lot did in Miami, right? And all right, so I'll just take this off. All right, so the lot that I wholesale was right here. The owner lived here where the red dot is, and the lot was here. Okay, so let me do this. Let me turn this back on so you guys can see. All right. All right, now this who owns it now. They own this duplex, I think it is, and they own the lot that we wholesale. So we got it under contract for $50,000 and wholesaled it for $89,000. All right, and so I don't think we can see the. Okay, yeah, that we can see it, but I want to show you because people question you sometimes, but I want to show you cats in this situation. I normally don't do this a lot, but. So I'm gonna pull up PropStream because I can see the sold, the transaction history better to show you guys. Now there was some good stuff. Now I'm assuming this was a legit transaction. It made sense when I initially I think, is this money laundering or whatever? But after looking at it really good, all right. I'm on the wrong thing. All right, so let me zoom into the lot. Okay, so here's the lot right here. Okay, it was 0.17 of an acre. 0.17 of an acre. All right. So let's look at the transaction. All right. So down here's where the owner that I dealt with, paid $13,000 for it back in 2003. Okay, so I had it on the contract for $50,000. So that's her right there. We sold it to this guy right here for $89,000. He then turned around and sold it to who owns it now for $1.15 million. You said, wait, whoa. That's what I said. I had to look deep because it didn't make any sense. All right, so you see the name of it. It's an LLC. So Both of his names are Horseshoe Clay LLC. So, but what happened is he purchased the duplex also. That's what was confusing me. But look what he paid for that though. He only paid $341,000 for the duplex also. So grand total without closing costs or anything, he was in $341,000 plus the $89,000. So he was in $430 and then sold the cash to the cash to the people that own it now for 115,000. And that minus what I said. What did I say? What did I say? Was it 430? Yeah, 430. All right, so he made $720,000. So he bought the lot from us for a little or nothing, and then bought the duplex. That probably was a good deal down there too, and then flipped it, and that happened quickly. He bought ours in May of that year, and then sold it, and then bought the duplex from the other guy on July 19th, and then sold it to him a day before my birthday on July 30th. And so basically within less than 3 months, he made that 720 off that investment. That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference. And that's why nothing prevents you from doing both, because we still get a land lease. Obviously, we do self-storage and the hotel, motel, all the stuff we pursuing or whatever, but nothing prevents you from doing both. I am just trying to make sure you guys understand. Don't sleep on this like I slept on it for 18 years out of the 21 years I've been doing this. And the only reason that I got introduced to it was by accident. Because if you do enough marketing targeting houses, you're going to get opportunities on land, and you're just not going to know what to do with them. Like I didn't know what to do with them for years. But I'm telling you to specifically target land the same way you target houses is what I'm talking about. The money is, I make more money on land as far as the actual price points of the deals than I have with houses. It ain't even close. On just like well, if I did like 1, 2, 3, 4, top 3 or 4 amounts that I made, land's gonna top them. Gonna be there, and that's only a couple years or whatever. So don't be like me is my point. Listen to what I am saying. You don't have to go about this route, but you can still you don't have to go through subdividing to make a significant amount, because that wasn't a subdivide. That was a $39,000 payday. Had multiples like that. That was the lowest one. I'm gonna just say that. That was the lowest one. And none of them were subdivides. I'm just telling you the next level of it is subdividing or whatever, which that's my intent. Now, again, you still can have your home run because a lot of stuff can't be subdivided, but it can still be a tremendous opportunity if you get it at a right price with land, because you don't have to be as deeply discounted as you do with houses. Now, the more you get a deep discounted, the more you're going to make. And then I ain't even got into the owner financing side of it. That makes it easier to purchase. All of that, oh my God. Oh, you guys, you wouldn't believe the number of land opportunities came my way with all the money I spent in marketing over the years. And I don't even know what I thought. I don't think I had the attitude no one would want it. It was more just being lazy and saying, where's the value in this? How do I know if this is a deal or not? I was just ignoring it just all together, just out of just being, only word I can use is just lazy or complacent, or combination of those or whatever. So don't be me. Don't be me is what I'm telling you. All right. So we'll do some more questions here. 807. Oh, hey, that's the one with the thing. Oh, so what do you recommend to do first, wholesale houses or land? That's Vicky Harrison. All right, so if I had to start again, I would say land. Less competition. Sellers are easier to deal with, easier to virtual wholesale, bigger paydays. You're asking the question, so I'm giving you the answer. All right, so you want to lead, not worried about it, being under contract. I just need to know from you, seller, they want to sell. Yeah. You can see my email address that's scrolling down at the bottom field. Just email me. All right. Diane saying house sellers will send you into anxiety, an anxiety attack. Now, I ain't saying all land sellers going to be easy either. Now, I'm just saying, as I had to put them as a whole, compare one to the other, landowners tend to be easier to deal with. When that was just in 2023, Tim, 2023. You saw it. I showed you that they pay 89,000. It was 89,000. I can pull up transactions where stuff is being sold like that. People will look at most stuff is not going to probably sell that cheap, but we got it cheap. That happens. I don't know what to tell you. I can pull it up or whatever, but and I did pull it up. We got it for 50 and wholesaled it for 89. Oh man, deal assigned twice. No, he didn't assign it twice. He actually purchased it. He purchased it from us, purchased the duplex, and then sold it. Yeah, they asked for more than that. It just depends on what else. Now, this lady was motivated. They started out at I guess I didn't tell the full story. They started out at 200,000, and we just ended up at 50,000. They started out at actually she started out at 150, and we ended up at 50. All right. Let me see what else we got in here. What else we got? Make sure you like, share. Y'all know I'm in here, so I'm trying to read these and at the same time answer your questions or whatever. So let's do this. All right. Let me do one other thing here. Just give me a second, guys. Let's look this up real quick. All right. Let me go reset supply. Sold. So just to just to prove the point for Tim. Okay, so what I did is I just went to Miami-Dade and just filtered sold, and I think this is the last 12 months. Right, so just look at those prices that stuff sold for, 24,000. It happens, you know. It happens, 35,000, 40,000, 40,000. It happens. Your boy ain't got the lie. It's too easy to prove me wrong. All right. So, but anyway, what else we got here? But we still do houses. Yeah. We'll still look at it. We just don't spend our money on it, right? Well, I take that back. I'm in a subject to deal. Matter of fact, since you bring that up, anybody that wants to partner with me trying to move this subject to deal, let me show you the video I did on it. Do I have it in here? No, I don't. let me show you the video on it, and you can hit me up on that. If you produce a buyer, I'll give you 25% of my assignment fee, my share of it anyway. Let me see here. Where's the little video on it? Is this it? Is this the video on this property? So let's see here. See if it'll process. Hope this is it. I hope I'm not putting the wrong thing up. Give me 1 second, guys. So there's an opportunity to produce a buyer for me. I had to catch it up as a foreclosure. I'm waiting on it to load here, so let's see here. I'm gonna let it play a couple times because it starts fast.
All right, investors, pay attention. We've got a 3-bed, 2-bath gym right here in Meridian, Mississippi, just a stone's throw from the naval base. And you know what that means? Constant demand for rentals from those in the service. Now let's talk numbers. Monthly payment? Just $870 per month. Rental potential? You're looking at around $1,500 in this area. Mortgage balance? A low $90K. ARV sitting pretty at $160K. And here's the kicker. It's all yours for a $40,000 assignment fee. Yep, you heard that right. Only $40K to get control of this cash cow with a subject to deal. Ready to take action? Drop a comment or shoot me a DM for the details.
All right, so yeah, so just text me if you're interested in, might want it for yourself. So basically 40K assignment fee, deeded over to you. I'll explain the details to you on that. It's at a 4.875 interest rate. Where are you going to get that at? $870 a month. Rental area, 1,500, naval base nearby, so that's constant income there. So a potential, what is that? 630 spread, gross each month as far as cash flow. So you can't get a rental house for 40 grand like that and cash flow like that. So boom, then at that low interest rate. So, but maybe for you, or you may know someone or a buyer to do it. So 25% of, well, let me say I got to get my 9,300 back that I spent. So that's subtracted from the 40 grand. So what does that leave? We're just gonna say that's gonna leave 30,500. So you get 25% of that. So that's basically about 7,500. I think that's right on my math or whatever. So, but yeah, so that could be an easy payday for you if you can produce a buyer for that like subject to. So some of you all are in some of these subject to groups. So you may want to get them to post that in there. So if you need the information, just let me know. I'll send you the sheet on it. So there you go. All right. What else we got? So we've been rolling how long? We've been rolling an hour. Y'all did this about an hour by myself. What's going on, Debbie and Scooter? But yeah, I'm in here by myself tonight, Deb and Scooter. So I've been rolling an hour. It's hot in here. I forgot the fan again. So with that being said, guys, remember on Sunday, you're probably on my email list or something. Just if you want to attend the event on Sunday, just email me. You see the email address scrolling down here, and I'll send you the link to sign up for it. And on the land thing, that's for land. That's some seminar on land. And then on Saturday, we have just the normal live stream with the guys from Hive Mind. Yeah, if you didn't see it from last Saturday, let me show you that the thumbnail. Just look on my channel and look for this particular thumbnail right here. And there's some really good information there, guys. Some really good information. Also, remember, if you want access to the land portal through my affiliate link, then text APN for assessor parcel number, APN to 205-964-5243. And that'll get you going. Oh, if you want the scripts for anything, land, houses, self-storage, multifamily, hotel, motel, You can join my Telegram group. Just text BALL, BALL, to 205-964-5243. And then tomorrow, like I said, 12 Eastern, we'll be going live, just answering questions and comping properties tomorrow. So I got this in. Again, y'all put my girl in your prayers, and I'll holler at your AP. Thanks, and we will see you guys on the FLIP SIDE.
Flip man, it's the flip man, You want some money in your hand, flipping houses without credit or your cash. Hit that bag.